everybody. It's just a few more short days to wait until the publication of my new book, The Harp and the Rose. In it, we're reunited with Harp and her friends and family in Queenstown, County Cork, and the year is 1920. The story unfolds against the backdrop of arguably the most turbulent time in our history, the War of Independence. And Harp and her family and friends find themselves caught up in this conflict in the most unusual way. The action moves from Queenstown to Dublin, from London all the way to Boston, and back again, of course. And if you haven't read the first two books in this series, I'd really love it if you would. The first one is called Last Port of Call, and it is set on the day Titanic set sail from the port of Cove, right across the ocean there, right behind me, on her last and maiden fateful voyage. The second book, called The West's Awake, is against the backdrop of the 1916 Rising here in Ireland, but also in the United States. Readers have taken Harp and her family and friends to their hearts in a way that I really could never have anticipated, and is deeply humbling and gratifying for me. When I get mail from people talking about these characters like they're real people that they know, it's such an incredible experience for me. So thank you, anyone who did that, thank you very much. I think the reason Harp has such a place in people's hearts is because she's a bit of an oddball, you know, she's a kind of a peculiar person, and she finds life in the world a little bit hard to navigate sometimes. She doesn't quite know what's going on a lot of the time. And I think there's a little bit of Harp in all of us, isn't there? So I think that's why people love her so much. So, as I say, this book is set in 1920. And I know, as you look at the backdrop behind me here of the Atlantic, here on Ireland's idyllic south coast on a very sunny day, it's hard to imagine that just one short century ago, this entire country was in the grip of a conflict where nothing was certain, least of all the future. Everybody was on edge and deeply suspicious of everybody else. So it's against that our story unfolds. So what I would love you to do is next Monday, look out for The Harp and the Rose, and come with me, Jean Granger, to Queenstown, where the year is 1920.